Greetings and welcome to my 4,000 subscribers special Q&A. Before we begin, I of course would like to thank you all for getting the channel this far, and for those of you who have become channel members. Your support really does mean a lot to me. The fact that you've allowed me to make a name for myself doing what I love, that of course being playing games, entertaining, and helping people, is just amazing. And as some of you kind of know, I've been going through some stuff recently. Good old depression and all of that. But as we know, it's a passing thing. And it may sound corny, but it's love and caring that makes it pass faster. So again, your support helps me in more ways than you know. So thank you all sincerely. But yes, let us continue on and get into the Q&A indubitably. A little while ago, I announced this Q&A and offered all of you to submit your questions through either YouTube or a Discord channel in my community server. And if after this video you have any more questions, feel free to let me know in my community server and I'll be sure to reply. Alrighty, first question. Do you have a preferred weight class / archetype? I think for weight class, it would definitely have to be medium weight. That seems to be the weight class I have most of my more fun builds in, methinks. Like my Judgment, most of my melee builds, Starman, Darkstar. So yeah, I would say my preferred class is medium weight. And for archetype, I'll keep it kind of vague as it's kind of a blanket archetype. Anything really close range. Melee, shotguns, machine guns. I'm not too fond of kite play. I don't hate it. In fact, I think it's pretty neat. And I definitely want to experiment with it and play it a bit more myself, outside of the occasional few times. But yeah, I definitely prefer getting close, for sure. Close range stuff is nice. And what's your favorite non-weapon core part in terms of mechanics? Favorite head, core, arms, legs? Well, the only parts that have any different type of mechanics would be, of course, the legs. And for those legs, I would have to say the Lamengire legs, because my God, they're just so fun, man. I just love that they're light, durable, their unique fold-up style or aesthetic is very cool, and they allow you to do some pretty cool builds, man. I definitely gotta do more builds with it. Go for like a full spider or something like that. Maybe upgraded G1 Michigan on lamb legs could be kind of cool, you know? But yeah, I just enjoy these legs the most, mechanically, for sure. When it comes to the other frame parts, though, despite the parts that I usually gravitate towards when upgrading or optimizing a build, I really don't have much of a preference when it comes to the actual stats. It mainly depends on the kind of build I'm making. But if I were to choose parts based on, aesthetics, look-wise, it would be something that looks like this. The VP44D head, Alba core, 46 arms, and HAL legs. All I think look that stylish, and I definitely like their aesthetics the most. And then lastly, favorite arm and shoulder weapons. For favorite arm weapons, I don't know, man. I'm either too indecisive or way too flexible to just choose one, because I like it a lot. I like the Harris, I like the Zimmerman, I like the Ducket, Majestic, the Javelin Alpha, the LR, Laser Shotgun, VP, as well as the Wooger. I do really like the Wooger. And lastly, the Walt, the Aperitif. Then I enjoy my Explosive Thrower, Laser Dagger. Laser Lancer was a little more consistent. The Hammer, absolutely love the Hammer, the Pulse Blade, and the Coral Oscillator. Although for back weapons, I definitely have a favorite, that being the LCS, especially 2 LCS. These two together are just a lot of fun, and I enjoy them a lot. I'm a simple man, I like fast cannons. A way to be firing 4 weapons all at once. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Thank you for giving that question. Very fun, indubitably. On to the next one. Yes. Our next question, will there be anything new in Rubicon Reborn? And if a new AC releases, would the RP be transferred over to that, or would there be an entirely new one for it? Well, with every season of Rubicon Reborn, the RP, we hope to introduce new mechanics, any type of new ambitious changes. Like Season 1, we pretty much had weekly missions, and that was about it. Pretty much no cross-play for the other platforms. And then Season 2, I mean, missions every single day, access from all platforms. And then Season 3, we're taking that formula and changing up the world for better experiences overall. And depending on how Season 3 ends, Season 4 might also kind of shift the world and the play set, and that might influence the rules, restrictions, and overall features, indubitably. So yeah, Rubicon Reborn will be evolving and changing every season, indubitably, hopefully for the better. And yeah, when we get a new AC6 game, we'll probably set up a new RP for that, as I imagine it will probably have a completely different setting for the most part. If it is still on Rubicon, then we'll probably adapt this one into it. But yeah, if it's a completely new setting, whole new build set and rules and gameplay, then yeah, we'll probably create a whole new one for that. Once again, thank you for your question. On to the next one. Now here we go. What inspired you to create Rubicon Reborn? That's a good question. Well, back when I was in the AC Xbox Fight Club and the updates were starting to die down, we were having discussions on new events and tournaments and things we could do to keep the community engaged, to give them something to do while we waited for the next game or update or whatever. And me, who previously a while ago ran my own Grand Theft Auto 5 RP, I understood the value and the fun that such an RP could have. As essentially you're taking the game everyone's playing and then you're reworking it into new ways for people to engage with it, which would be enticing to people that just kind of want to just play the game, have something to fight, have something to build for, a reason to keep playing. RP is kind of just like a game mode with a bunch of rules that you follow and everyone else is doing it, so there's progression, and you can basically just play it like a game mode with a minimal like character and storytelling if you really wanted. And then on the other side you actually have people who wanted to really flex storytelling and bring in cool characters and storylines, and they could have those two groups combined for a pretty cool experience overall. And so I pitched that, but it never really went anywhere. PlayStation actually started doing their own RP in their Fight Club server, which is pretty neat. It wasn't exactly what I envisioned, all the possibilities for an RP, but it was a pretty cool start. And then, funny enough, I seen that the Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 game was coming out. And I remember when I was really young playing the first one, but I never really got into the series, so I never really looked into it since then. But with the second one coming out and it looking pretty cool, I kind of looked into a bit of the lore of the world. I was watching a video on all the different factions and their stories and their types and all that good stuff, and that honestly fully inspired me. Be like, damn, what if we had all of these cool different factions and styles in Armored Core? And it really grew the seeds of that discussion back in the Fight Club about like, what if we did an RP? And it gave me all the inspiration ideas to be like, yo, what if we had custom factions and how would it work? And then I got to work, started building up the RP. That's where we got season 1 and all that cool stuff. And it's an interesting silver lining falling out of the Xbox Fight Club and that whole drama debacle, because that led to me finally making my own server, which allowed me to make the RP and such. So yeah, silver lining indeed. So yeah, hopefully that explains it. Thank you for your question once again. Very interesting indeed. On to the next one. Our next one. Considering it might take a while since we hear news about the next Armored Core, is there a certain direction you want to head with the channel? Another very interesting question indeed. Well, I think for the overall direction of the channel, what it's been, what I'll probably have it continue being is, of course, making entertaining or informative content for any type of gaming community that I'm in, relating to that game. And depending on what game that is, really revolves around y'all, the audience, what we all kind of play and move towards. I want to get back into some more Elden Ring, and of course to play Night Rain when that comes out. The beta was pretty fun. And so yeah, I plan on, of course, making more consistent content on here Armored Core, probably Elden Ring, as that's a pretty nice translation because they're both from Soft. I feel like most people that play Armored Core play Elden Ring, and yeah, kind of anything within that kind of genre. Mecha Brick, when that comes out, I want to play some of that. The beta again was pretty fun, and I think that's a nice translation again. Yeah, it really depends on what you guys want to see, and from time to time I'll probably make a video or two on some more experimental games. Like I think I might make a video on Oblivion, Expedition 33. My friend just got me playing that. It sounds really fun. So yeah, direction will stay the same. Make informative and entertaining content and get involved in the community that revolves around the game that I'm playing and is the main game of the channel. Yeah, I really hope we get some new Armored Core stuff, because that would be really cool. I'll definitely always be here for the next Armored Core. So yeah, hopefully that is a good answer to your question that I might buy. Thank you for the question. Moving on to the next one. Who is your favorite player character from the RP and why? Well, I can't exactly choose favorites now, but I guess it's the favorite character, not the player itself. It's a lot of good ones. God, that's really hard. It's like choosing a primary weapon as my favorite, dude. There's just so many good ones. Ronin's character from season 1 was really good. Lila was neat. Congo is sick. Magpie's Thrasher of season 2, I really liked. The whole idea of an AI being transferred from Dude Sif to Dudeski and finally becoming its own thing and doing what it did was also really sick. Mecha's Grim, the mad doctor going around killing people and then plastering an emblem of a skewered head on his AC to taunt the others into fighting him and still holding his own was really cool. That character was just honestly really funny to watch. It's great. Yeah, there's just so many cool ones, so many memorable ones. Yeah, I can't choose a favorite, but those ones I named are definitely the ones that stick out off the top of my head that I really liked and enjoyed watching for sure. There's probably others I'm not thinking about right now, but yeah. So yeah, I can't choose one favorite, but those ones are definitely the top picks off the top of my head. I enjoyed their evolutions indubitably. Yes. Thank you for your question, mate. Thank you. Next one. I legitimately could never figure this out for the life of me, but where the hell is the bar in the RP even located? I must know. What are you talking about, dude? It's literally right over there. Easy answer, dude. Right over there. Right where I'm pointing. Thank you for the question, brother. Thank you. Next up, do you think we will get new parts at all before the next game's announcement or release? And what are your plans for a Tales of Rubicon-like series to return? Actually, I have an interesting answer for these. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll be getting any new parts or nothing like that, any type of big DLC before the new game announcement. I just think it's incredibly unlikely. I think if we were to get another part, update, it would have been around when the secret level episode came out, but we got nothing. And with patches slowing down, it definitely doesn't seem like they're prepping the current meta and, parts and such to, accommodate for the new ones. So it's either we're not going to get any parts for a while or not at all until the next game. So hopefully we get an announcement within this year, and maybe at the end of next year the game will be out. Doubtful, but that'd be cool. And when it comes to the Tales of Rubicon series, I did enjoy that series a lot. I think it was pretty cool. And honestly, with me now having a gaming PC and Armored Core over on that, I want to experiment with some maybe cinematic mods if there are any. If there's a mod that allows like a theater mode, that would be sick, or just an advanced photo mode. I don't know if any of this exists. I'll definitely have to look into it. If any of you know of any, feel free to let me know in the comments below. That would help me out a lot. So if I can download a couple of those for some like more theater mode-esque shots and stuff like that, I would love to bring back a Tales of Rubicon series, because then I can make it even better, and that'd be really cool. Because the fact that there's no HUD option, you can't turn off your HUD for Armored Core, at least on console. I haven't really tested it on PC, but I don't think there is. That's kind of a bugger, because I would like to go no HUD gameplay. But if there's a whole theater mode, then I just use that instead, and that'd be really sick. And overall mods I could probably install to make more cinematics possible, as I could download whatever really to accommodate for the story. So yeah, I'd like to return to it if there are some nice mods that could accommodate it, for sure. I'll look into it, and if y'all know of anything, definitely let me know. Thank you for the question there, Ghost. All right, and this next one, although technically not a part of the Q&A poll, was a question asked recently, and I think it's a little relevant. It's Yo Oleg, it's my title on the server. Do you intend on making any more Rivals content, Marvel Rivals content? And ultimately, I don't think so. I do still play the game. I think it's pretty fun, but I don't really see it as a great fit for the channel in terms of like the Armored Core / Elden Ring, pretty much just FromSoft content. Plus, I did make a video on it and it didn't perform very well, kind of letting me know that my current audience just kind of isn't into it. If y'all ever wanted to see more or anything like that, I would definitely be down to do it. But yeah, no, it's a little unlikely though. Thank you for the question there, Viper. Next, we have an RP related one. Can I permanently cause another fire of Ibis or burn the coral? I mean, yeah, in the RP, technically almost anything is possible. So gotta find out, gotta get in there and see if you can't figure out a way to do it. If you figure out a pretty plausible way to do it, then, I won't stop you. Sounds interesting enough. A world without coral. Although, is the coral ever truly gone? You never know. But yeah, nonetheless, thank you for your question. Next up, will we have a yellow coral? Another RP related. And different colors of coral. We have red, blue, and green so far in the RP. Each mutated forms of the original with different attributes and abilities. And so yeah, I mean, a yellow is possible. If the coral gets mutated, or maybe one of the already mutated forms of coral gets mutated further, it might turn yellow. Might have different attributes even. We're still waiting on the purple, the yellow, the white coral, the black coral. So a lot of different corals yet to be discovered and or created. So yeah, it's definitely possible. Thank you for the question there, Blazer. And then lastly, we have a couple of questions from Mr. Richard, our good old Egg Crusader. First, what's the story behind your name, Green Knight? All right, yeah, well, originally my gamer tag was just Griffin Green Gamer. Griffin because that's my actual name. Green because Green's my favorite character. Plus, to me, when I hear green or think about green and what it represents, it's like good, goodness. Let's translate this to righteousness, caring, that kind of cool stuff. And that's someone that really admires, doing the right thing and being as good as you can, because that's worth a lot, methinks. And then of course gamer, because I'm a gamer, dude. The whole idea of the content, of course, game related. First video game I ever played was so long ago, I think on the PS2, playing it was either, I keep forgetting and going in between, but I think it's either Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or God of War 2. It's either or. I feel like it's GTA, but it could have been either or. But yeah, played those, and ever since then I've just loved games, man. Them damn video games. But yeah, after making some GTA content and some random stuff, really getting a feel for editing and all that cool stuff, I figured it was time for a name change, as Griffin Green Gamer is a bit of a mouthful, 3 words, a lot to type in if anyone ever wanted to look it up. So I started thinking what could be a new name, and as it would be, Green Knight came to mind. And yeah, it's because, you know, it harkens back to my definition of green, and I like the philosophy of knights, goodness, code of honor, duty, that kind of cool stuff. So technically, despite the name, it had no real relation to the Green Knight, you know, tale with the knight who presents a challenge to people and yada yada. I do think that's pretty cool, but yeah. It's more about just the nature of green in my own personal definition. And yeah, knights I think are pretty sick, and the philosophy of them, the honor of them, I really like. And you know, it's something to aspire to for me anyway. So yeah, thank you for asking, brother. The next part, what made you interested in creating video content, and what is pushing you to continue creating content? Well, kind of like with the name thing, I started playing games when I was very young, and as I grew up, didn't have a whole lot of online time or experience, because, you know, me and my family moved around a lot, over 10 times. Never, of course, the most wealthy of people, so online gaming, high-end consoles, that kind of stuff was, you know, a pipe dream, so to speak. But every now and again I could borrow my older sister's phone or mother's phone and watch YouTube and play those mobile games and yada yada. And I really liked gaming YouTube channels. I always just looked at the games they were playing, like the Vanoss crew and all those guys, and thought online gaming just looked like so much fun. What a dream, man, to play that kind of stuff. And then much later, once we got online stuff and were able to actually play this kind of stuff, I thought it's actually maybe possible, dude, if I get the right stuff. Maybe record some games that I like, try to contribute to gaming communities or stuff like that. And anything I could really as an excuse to make content, as this kind of just been my passion, man. I love games, and YouTube and content creation is a way to play games and interact with it, and the whole atmosphere, man. I just love it, and I can't really imagine myself dedicating and doing anything else as like a full-time career, or, you know, just way to live life, man. I really enjoy it. And of course, what keeps pushing me is that, of course, passion to play, and you guys, the channel members, the viewers, overall community, subs, all that good stuff. Y'all, yeah, y'all keep it going, man. As long as y'all want me, I'm here for it, dude. Thank you for your question, man. Thank you. And of course, lastly, to wrap it all up, what's your favorite movie and game of all time? Game is really difficult, man. Movie's a little more simpler. I do have a lot of movies I love, but I think one that just sticks there at the top #1 spot is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. Oh man, I remember seeing those movies when I was really young, and yeah, those are just my comfort movies. I can put even 3, man. 3 gets a bad rap, and yeah, it has some problems, but I can watch any of those Spider-Man movies, Sam Raimi, the trilogy. I can just watch those infinitely, man. They never get old, never get tiring. And I don't even mean like watching them while I'm like, you know, on my phone or editing or something like that. Like, I just get fully sucked into it, dude. I just love it. I love film overall. Film and gaming, I enjoy it. I'd probably make film related content, but I just don't for some reason. Maybe because I doubt myself. I guess I think it might not do so well, so it's not fully worth it, but I probably should, because I'm very passionate about it. I like film, I like games. It's all very cool. I'm very nerd. I'm nerd man. So yeah, Spider-Man 2 is the GOAT. My favorite movie of all time. That's a great question, by the way. It's just, yeah, these are just banger questions, dude. What are y'all's favorite movie of all time? I feel like it's a very nice and good general question. I like to know. And why, especially. You don't have to type a whole essay unless you want to, but favorite movie and why. And favorite game and why. That'd be really cool to know. Kind of get a gauge on what y'all think. Favorite game, yeah, that's really hard to choose one. Kind of similar to the movie situation, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and War are very nice comfort games that I've played a lot and just kind of get sucked into. I really enjoyed Lord of the Rings, I enjoyed the Arkham games, and that's those. I mean, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and War are just those two things slapped together with a lot of cool and unique storytelling and gameplay features like the Nemesis system. Yeah, those are really fun. But I also enjoy Armored Core 6 a lot, GTA Online a lot, despite more recent updates and such with it. Minecraft, good game, enjoyed that game. I really fuck with Dishonored, really love that game. Oh, it was good. Oh, what a good game. Assassin's Creed Black Flag was super good. There's so many games, man, that are just so good and engraved in my mind. So yeah, I can't choose one, but comfort games that pop up are definitely the Middle-earth series. But yeah, mostly, I mean, I really just enjoy anything I can play with my friends, you know? That's always the best time, he thinks. So yeah, hopefully those answers are satisfactory. Again, I appreciate the questions very much. And if any of y'all have your own takes on any of these questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and let me know. I love to engage with that kind of stuff and, you know, ask you why and really get into it. I think it'd be really fun. And I genuinely do want to know. Because again, this content's for you and me. So knowing what y'all like helps me inform and combine what I like. Because if y'all are really down to see stuff that I enjoy, but I think maybe you wouldn't want to see, then, you know, it's a win-win, dude. And yeah, again, thank y'all so much for 4,000 subscribers. It does mean a lot. And hopefully he is on the road to 5K and further, dude. That'd be really cool. I'm gonna do my best to continue to put out good content for y'all. Yeah, I might make a poll pretty soon out of like Expedition 33 and Oblivion, those cool games that just came out. See if y'all want to see something from there. Or Marvel Rivals, you can put that on the poll. So yeah, again, I cannot thank you guys enough. If you have more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will reply to them or make another video for them. Yeah, and again, I can't say it enough. Thank you. I really hope you all have yourselves a very good one. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, a huge shout out to my channel members, my Egg Crusaders, Arch, Shadow, Metal, Magpie, Hollow, Turbler, and Ronin. Thank you all so much for becoming channel members. Y'all truly make this content possible. And yes, I hope you all have yourselves a very, very good one. Peace, and thank you.